What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we hold on a second. Me. All right, we're here. We're here. Girl. What is going on today? Today is Valentine's Day, bitch. Fuck everybody that got one, okay? But no, shout out to the lovers. Anyway, so we are here for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 13, episode 9, the hostess with the leastest, okay? So we pick up where we left off 2 weeks ago. With the conversation that was going on between Marlo and Kenya. And I'm pretty sure we all can agree. I don't understand why Marlo felt the need to want to, I don't know, like, girl, Marlo, you trying to apologize or trying to see why y'all can't get along, but you insulting a girl at the same time. And y'all know I'm not a big Kenya fan, but I was on Kenya's side, okay? I really was on Kenya's side at this situation. Marlo, you do things to antagonize her, and she do the shit back, okay? Like, y'all do tit for tat on each other. And at this point, I can understand why Kenya can say, like, bitch, I just don't want to be friends with you at all. And, like Portia or somebody said, it seems like Marlo really wants to be friends with Kenya. But if you really wants to be friends with somebody, why do you approach it the way that you approach it? That's so childish, okay? Grow up, apologize, and move on. Cynthia wanted them to come to a place of mutual respect, but just like you can't force somebody to be friends with somebody, you can't force somebody to have respect for them either. So I don't think that's gonna work. But if I see you, we can be cordial, but other than that, it ain't nothing. Marlo claims that she gonna be cool, she gonna not talk about her, not throw no shots her way. We'll see how long that shit lasts, okay? Then everybody talk about stuff. So what we gonna do tonight? We wanna play some games? What's the game? King was like, oh my God, the game. Girl, she talking about something the game is, let's go to bed. Okay. Now, truth be told, I don't know where I would have been at that point. It depending on the day, I probably would have been with her like, listen, bitch, what time is it? I'm tired. But then when I saw what time it was, I said 9:55. That's when Cynthia was over there packing up that goddamn meat. Bitch. Portia said, we gonna play Never Have I Ever. Everybody go upstairs, change into your pajamas. Don't take your makeup off or whatever. Don't change your makeup because you look cute. And they was like, bitch, I'm finna take my shit off. Okay, but come back down here. Cynthia went over there to that goddamn porch and she started packing up a big ass Ziploc bag full of goddamn meat, okay? And said, this for Mike and I'm finna make another one for Mama. All right, I said, you know what? Portia was coming down on her saying how you dress like a niece, acting like an auntie. Truth be told, I ain't seen nothing wrong with what Cynthia was doing, okay? Because truth be told, bitch, we love a doggy bag, all right? If it's leftovers, ain't nobody else finna get it. I'm finna get some and I'm finna take it home, okay? I will be snacking on that throughout the whole fucking week until I'm tired of it, okay? And she taking it to her man, look, baby, I had the pleasure of getting and tasting this. I was thinking so much of you that I brought your own doggy bag so you can taste it too. That's how thoughtful I am. All right. She was being thoughtful. That's love right there. Okay. And she was bringing home something for her mama. Fuck that auntie shit. That's some real stuff. Okay. Because I would have did the goddamn same. And I mean, Cynthia didn't get no little bag. I said, how big was the goddamn pig and how much did all of y'all eat? That Cynthia had a big ass bag full of it and then there was still a whole bunch of stuff left. Portia playing with the pig skin like she was gonna eat it, but she didn't. Next thing you know, everybody up in the living room, they had to rearrange the living room because that's where Marlo was sleeping. And Candy had went upstairs to go and see what Kenya was doing if she was going to come down and play the game with them. And of course, Kenya wouldn't open up the door. She had an issue with the cameras being there, thinking that Candy brought him up there. She was like, no, I didn't bring him up there. They just popped up, which they really do, And so at this point, Kenya basically was like, I got Brooklyn up in here. I'm not finna come back downstairs. She was like, that's not cool. She was like, well, yeah, that's not cool. Then it's not cool. I said, well, damn, this is your trip. This is your trip and you can't entertain your guests or whatever, but okay, and of course I knew from that moment on things was about to go a little left with Kenya and the group, okay? Of course, Candy comes downstairs, tell the girls that she's not coming down, and they got issues with it. Of course, Portia was trying to be the peaceful person with Kenya and not start no drama. But once this happened, she just let it all loose. She said, fuck that bitch, I've been trying to be nice, but you bring your daughter out here and you got all this type of money to do this and do that or whatever, and you mean to tell me you can't have the nanny stay with her when she been with the nanny all day or whatever. And I understand where this is coming from, but I'm kind of over the whole situation because it's giving me Real Housewives of Potomac Cabin Gate all over again. Okay, that's what it's giving me all over again. It's giving me Wendy and Ashley all over again, and I'm just over it. But I get what the ladies are coming from. I get where Kenya is coming from. Kenya don't got nobody, okay? And Kenya the type of person that don't trust just anybody with her child enough to leave them at home. I understand that. And so she decided to bring her baby with her. But I also get what the ladies are saying. If you're going to bring your child, you could at least put that option out for the rest of us to bring our children with us, at least the youngest ones. You know what I'm saying? Because you brought yours and ours are still clinging to us just like yours is still clinging to you, you know. And Candy, she especially was the one after, you know, Portia went on her little tirade or whatever. Candy, you know, she started tearing up because she was talking about baby Blaze. And girl, at one point in time, I forgot that Candy had Blaze. All right, I really did. But, you know, this is the baby that she had through the surrogate. And she was always talking about how she was concerned whether or not she was going to have that connection with her because she did not carry her. And she very much do have that connection. And she was saying how every time she gets on FaceTime with her, she cries when she has to hang up or whatever. And that Blaze is very, very clingy to her, and so she would have wanted to bring her baby. She misses her baby and stuff like that. So they going through all of that, and it gets to the point where they're just frustrated with Kenya that they don't even want to play the game, so they go up there and have go to sleep. Me and Drew like, well, damn, I thought this was supposed to be a girls trip. Now granted, you know, I just want to know how the other ones that ain't got kids feel. Bitch, if I want to go on a girls trip, I don't want no kids there, to be quite honest. Like Drew said, bitch, we just finna go up there to go to sleep. We could have did this at Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We could have kicked it at somebody's house and went home and went to sleep. Okay? And y'all notice how they just be throwing Fallon up in there. Fallon just be popping up and we don't even be knowing. I said, girl, when did you get here? Girl, Fallon just be there to be there. She atmosphere at this point. Cute girl, but at this point, why is she here? So it is day 3 and everybody is up. You know, you got Candy out there talking to Ace and trying to see if baby Blaze is up, but she's asleep. We got Cynthia out there talking to Mike and showing him everything. We get this conversation with Drew and Ralph. Basically, what wound up happening while she's gone is, you know, remember when Drew and Ralph had that little conversation about him not really doing nothing in the house when it comes to this move, and that she was the one that's supposed to be packing up everything or whatever. Well, he took the initiative to hire a moving company to pack up everything in the house and got that all done. But Drew was like, I mean, that's cute or whatever, but I thought we not supposed to move in until like the end of the month. And he was like, you know, because of what's going on now with the COVID stuff and companies being, you know, overworked or whatever, so they just got to get in where they fit in. So he just went on ahead and did what he had to do. Okay, I said, girl, take the win. That's the win for y'all. Y'all on the same page. He trying to make it, you know, a little easier for you for right now. He trying to make us like him again. So, you know, just take the win. Then, you know, we see Kenya earlier with baby Brooke. And Kenya, you was up a little bit too early for me on a girls trip. I mean, I understand you got a child, she needs to eat and stay on schedule and shit like that, but baby, that was 7:45. Listen, my day off, I don't get up until after 9. What the hell? Okay, but anyway, 7:45, bitch, I ain't finna go to work. Anyway, put down in the comments when y'all go out on y'all little girl trips. Well, back in the day when we used to do that, when we used to go on trips and shit all freely and we didn't have to sneak and do shit or whatever and be scared to do shit, you know, when y'all was out on vacation, did you get up early or did you get up like before the afternoon, probably around 9-10 o'clock or something like that, or did you get up later? Depending on what y'all did. I know that's what it is, depending on what y'all did the night before, because I know we going to bed late. Okay, we going to bed late and we probably waking up late a little bit too, just because, you know, we trying to still be drunk and shit. But anyway, so Candy had called everybody up into the room, you know, all the girls except for Cynthia while she's still out there talking to Mike. And just basically telling them, listen, so I'm taking over for tonight. We are about to have this little bachelorette party for Cynthia. It's gonna be like the burlesque theme. It's gonna be like the dungeon party, you know, like when she had her little dungeon thing. Okay, I'm so mad I didn't. Girl, no, I wouldn't want to go there. That would have been too much for me. No, it wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have. I ain't, no, shut up, Ashley. Move the fuck on. Anyway, so I could just sit there and look like, what the fuck is this? Put that on BET Plus. Okay, I know somebody filmed it. Take a Mother's Love off of BET Plus and put the Dungeon Party tour on BET Plus. Come on now, that's where it's at. Okay, because Candy was on that stage doing some nasty stuff. But anyway, moving on from that. So basically, she was just telling them what they gonna be doing. She got some costumes for them. You know, they gonna be having a good time. Portia was like, hold up, my little costume bag feel a little bit light. When she pulled that shit out, I said, damn, bitch, what the rest of it? It looked like some strings. That's all that it was. You know, I said, so who gonna be doing the stripping? Portia or Bolo? Okay, she let us know that Don Juan, you know, had sent down Bolo, whatever. Matthew, he was in her little show too. Okay, she was like, we got a glass case or whatever he gonna be up in. Latoya and everybody was like, put me up in the case too, bitch. Okay, we got some single ladies up in here and everything. You know, everybody was having a good time. Prior to that, Tanya was talking to Portia about the fact that I think later on that day, it was supposed to come out whether or not they was going to charge the cops in the murder of Breonna Taylor. And, you know, Portia giving her experience on that. Did you hear when she was sitting at that table the night before and she was like, oh, when she was like, she the one that suggested, let's play a game, Never Have I Ever. And she said, that's what we played when we was up in jail. I don't know. The shit made me laugh. I don't know why, but it did. I said, I mean, you had to do something to pass the time up in that bitch. Anyway, so she was talking about that, bringing awareness once again to that in her Abby Park. In her Abby Park Drip 1 sweatsuit. Let me just say this. I still ain't got a box. Miss Yvette, call me, okay? You got the number, bitch. Anyway, and you're probably watching this at this moment too. Anyway, moving on from that, I'm still finna buy some shit. Girl, I can't wait. Girl, I got money to spend. Because I've been doing good, y'all. Let me tell you something. Because when quarantine started, Ashley been... You know, I don't know if it was depression. I don't know if it was the boredom or whatever. But I don't know. Was it like this with y'all? Because I just was buying up everything. Like, online shopping just... It was like every other day I was buying stuff. That's why I got a whole bunch of fucking clothes just laying around up in this motherfucker. I ain't got nowhere to put them, okay? I've been doing good, you know. I curbed my spending, okay? But on Friday, Ashley is finna buy a whole bunch of shit, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. But anyway, moving on from that, Candy was talking to Kenya and wanted to know, was Kenya gonna be there for the festivities and that the nanny was gonna still be on board and to watch little baby Brooklyn or whatever and all of that. And she was like, the nanny can't be there 24 hours. She was like, well, get two next time. Because that's what I had to do if I want to come out here with y'all and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. She was like, well, you got 16 and 16s and I don't have stuff like that. And then they get into it a little bit. And she was like, you know what? You going to stop coming at my head like that over some stuff. Let's go outside and let's have this conversation. So, of course, Candy had to call her out and be like, you basically was not being a good host. You're getting food outside of, you know, taking care of your guests. You're flying the jet private. That really didn't bother me. You're bringing your baby. You're doing all this stuff. You're being rude and everything else or whatever. Woo, woo, woo. And it's just not right. And I didn't understand why she brought up the Marlo situation because, like I said, I was here. I didn't see nothing wrong with what Kenya did with that Marlo shit because that's some petty shit I would have did. Bitch, first of all, I wouldn't have invited your ass. You're only here because contract said that you probably had to show up. But other than that, bitch, you wouldn't have got invited, okay? If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And if you are here, you gonna get the dirtiest of the digs. I'm just saying, you ain't finna be living up in the lap of luxury. We are. You gonna get what's left over, okay? You'll get a doggy bag, bitch. Anyway, moving on from there. Kenya just breaks down and was saying, you know, I told you that I was having a hard time. And it all comes back down to this whole situation, this marriage and stuff that's with Mark. And you can see, I don't know, like, some people probably don't feel sorry for Kenya, but, you know, even my heartless ass, I feel sorry for Kenya, especially when she broke down right in there, because the shit that she was saying is true. Mark is holding that baby over her head. Case in point, like I said, last season, we saw baby Brooklyn face all up on the TV, okay? We saw her clear as day. Beautiful little girl. This season, why all of a sudden her face blurred out? That's him. That gotta be him, okay? You know, and especially if she posting her on the Instagram and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure she don't post her on the Instagram with her face blurred out. So that's one thing. And you know, Candy had to tell her, listen, you can't let that man just fuck you over like this. You can't let him garner so much control, and he up in New York and he ain't even here, you know? So Candy softened up on her a little bit. She was like, I'm still a little irked with her, but, you know, she's getting emotional, so I'm gonna give her a pass for now. For now. But she gonna see what she gonna do. So after Candy and Kenya have their little conversation, they come back in trying to get the girls back together, seeing what we're gonna do today. Kenya takes it upon herself to try to somewhat apologize for what happened and, you know, address the elephant in the room that people have been talking about her, discussing, you know, how they're displeased with how the trip has been going. She was doing well up until, you know, she got a little excited about what she had. That bitch, I had a goddamn crab po' boy, bitch, and that shit was hitting. I said, Kenya, it probably was because it did look good. But no, girl, that's not what it is right now. Not what it is. Okay, Candy was looking like, bitch. Now come on. But anyway, I'm just glad that she somewhat addressed it to the room, and didn't leave it out, you know, just whatever. And so I guess for most of the people that was complaining about her, that was okay. And, you know, she goes on and say, well, Drew gonna do the, not Drew, but Latoya's gonna do. Latoya, I'm very disappointed in you. Like, girl, I was already not here for you, and the shit that came out about you or whatever in that colorist anti-black shit, girl, you knew what the fuck you was doing. But anyway, we're not even finna get on there because you haven't been annoying me this episode. So I'm gonna leave you go. I'm gonna let you be. I'm gonna let you live for now. Okay? But, you know, she was like, we're gonna go to Coconut Joe's, but before that, we're gonna do some little exercise, probably take a little drink, whatever. We're gonna have a good time. Drew is like, what the hell is going on? Because everybody's like Dr. Jack and Mr. Hyde, or Mr. Hyde, Dr. Bitch, y'all know the thing. Everybody is like night and day. Last night y'all was pissed. Tonight, right now, everybody is acting all cool. I'm confused as to what is going on. So they go outside, they, you know, doing the exercise, twerking a little bit, you know, and all that stuff. And Drew had to go sit down with Portia, whatever, because, you know, she had her boot on because her foot had swelled up. So she did what she had to do to protect that. And, you know, she was talking to Portia about what was going on and the whole situation with the kids, and she thinking about her child and, you know, not being at home, and the fact that Ralph done closed on the house already and they're about to move, when she thinking that they're gonna move at the end of the month and they was closing at the end of the month. He done already did that, and so they gonna be moving while she's gone. And, you know, she just like, I'm not here for the fake stuff now. All y'all had some issues with Kenya, and this is a whole nother Kenya that we seeing today than what we saw yesterday. And I'm like, I get where you coming from. You know, Drew was so Chicago with it because we don't like that fake shit, okay? We'll call that shit out. But my thing of it is, if you got an issue, address it to the goddamn room, Drew, okay? Don't just say it to one person. Say it to the person that you got the issue with. But at the same time, I see where she coming from, because, yeah, you know, y'all was saying stuff and now y'all not. But Kenya addressed it, so what do you want them to do? You still want them to be mad and pissed? But at the same time, Portia was like, yeah, you know, I tried to talk to her, be cool with her after all these years, and at the end of the day, it's just that we're not going to be friends, okay? We're not friends like that. And I think she would take it better from somebody that is actually cool with her, like an actual real friend to her. And so, you know, I guess they're going to let that see what's going to happen with that. But they got word that they're about to get the news of the Breonna Taylor charges, if the charges will be brought. And so they go in the house to look at the TV. So the ladies sit down and they watch the news and they hear the verdict, the charges that are being brought against the officers, or the lack thereof charges that were brought against the officers in the Breonna Taylor's case. And their reaction was pretty much just about every black person that was very invested in this Breonna Taylor case. And I do feel like, you know, some people might say they was faking or whatever, but I don't feel like none of those emotions that any of the girls was displaying were fake. That's all that we felt. Like, how can they bring up those a wanton charge of what, shooting a bullet into somebody else's, you know, house or whatever, but no murder charges? Okay, that's what we all felt. We all felt that hurt. We all felt that pain, especially being black, growing up in the USA. And I did appreciate Latoya bringing up the fact that her and Tanya, they're from Canada, and they didn't experience things like this, you know, shootings and stuff like that that we are experiencing here in the US of A. And they just didn't grow up like that. And I appreciate Kenya, you know, bringing up the fact, because I didn't know that her great-great-grandfather was white, and, you know, he disowned his family, you know, because the mixed race kids and shit like that. You know, just about everybody got some European ancestry up in them, bitch. I got some too, and I was just glad it wasn't that large of a percentage that I thought it was. Okay, I am over 85% African. Thank the Lord, hallelujah. Okay, but anyway, let me stop for somebody to get offended, bitch. Don't get offended. Be glad, okay? Be glad. I'm glad. I should be proud. I should be proud, and I am. But anyway, you know, they was just sad about the whole thing and crying about it, and, you know, it is what it is at this point. Child, the girls was getting ready to go. Okay, they getting ready to go to dinner. Okay, before all the festivities happen or whatever, and they get to Coconut Joe's, and you know, even Toya and Drew had a little kiki amongst each other about if we gonna sit by each other and all that stuff. Drew was like, I sit over here. Drew popped this shit off because, like I said earlier, if you got an issue, present it to the goddamn group. Don't just say it to one person. She must have heard me say that, so she said, bitch, let's play a game, okay? Let's play who's real and who's fake, okay? Or some shit like that. I said, Drew, you sure you want to go down this road? She said, yes, I do. I said, okay, let me sit here and watch. And so basically she was like, I'm just trying to get to know y'all because, you know, one minute everybody don't like each other, next minute I'm seeing who like and who don't like, and then the next day everybody cool and all this stuff. So I'm just like, you know, like with the situation with you and your daughter, Kenya, I'm gonna use you as an example. You and your daughter. Okay, but if you wanted something and you wanted to know about my daughter and anything else, we could have went down and talked or whatever, and, you know, walked on the beach and all this stuff. And I understood what Drew was trying to do, and Kenya took it as if Drew was trying to come for her, okay? And I don't think that Drew was trying to come for her, but I can see how she took it that way because anybody would be sensitive when they bring up a child, okay? And she wasn't necessarily talking on a child. She was just using it as an example as the reason why the child is there. We didn't know, and it's like Kenya is hiding behind her child as the reason why she can't do stuff. If you really wanted to do stuff with these girls, King, you would have made it happen. All right, you would have made it happen. And you up here talking about how you don't have a village, you don't, you know, telling them to be your village if you want them to do stuff or whatever, and you going through all this stuff and woo woo woo. I don't even care about going through the whole conversation. I know King was trying to talk, and Tanya was over there trying to order the food. Okay, bitch, I'm here. Okay, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm finna order my food. You can talk. I can hear too. Okay, just like when they was on their phone. I do feel like it's rude to be on your phone when somebody is talking and trying to address some issues or whatever. But that just goes to show that at that point in time, especially with Portia, we know Portia don't give a damn. So it was probably her doing that shit on purpose. And, you know, Portia said what she said, bitch, I can hear whatever, but ain't nobody got time for your little sob story, because it did sound like that's what Kenya was about to give. A little sob story as to why she can't do this and why she can't do that. And Candy even had to tell Kenya, listen, this is what I tried to tell you earlier, okay? You are not, you know, you're being very, like, you know, condescending with the shit that's going on. You're not taking it serious. And Tanya was even saying, we just want to see the sincerity. Like, you want to give her an apology, but it's not coming off in a sincere way, you know? And at this point, you know, King was talking about something, if you want me to do this, whatever, I've never been without my child and all this stuff. Be my village if that's the case, and woo woo woo. And my whole thing is, yeah, I get that, but if you know, want to talk about making something and bringing these girls together, whatever, do it because you genuinely want to do that and you got time to do that and you got everything planned out. Don't do it just because you're doing it for a contract on this show or whatever, okay? Because it's giving off the vibes that you really didn't want to fuck with these girls like that, okay? You know, because you're using every excuse. You literally using your baby as an excuse not to, you know, hang out with them and not to do certain things with them. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're thinking of, okay? And that's where they're coming from. They just want you, if you're going to plan an event, to be involved with them and to, you know, come together and be there with them. At the same time, y'all got to be willing to take her in at the same time. And at the same time, it's just like, I think they doing a little bit much. I think they just trying to make issues just because ain't no drama going on right now. That's why I feel at the same time. So they go back and forth. Drew just trying to say her piece. Kenya over talking her, and Drew was like, I understand how you feeling and all this stuff and whatever. But Cynthia was basically telling her, listen, if you knew that you was going to bring your child, you should have at least afforded the ladies the opportunity to do the same thing, or at least told them what was going on. You basically, what it comes down to is communication. And even Candy had to say, this is what I was trying to get at you and all this stuff, because King was defiant. She said, bitch, listen, no, I ain't had to tell them shit. I was like, oh, that's how we doing it? But, you know, she understood, okay? And at the end of the night, everybody understood where everybody was coming from. Things simmered down. They ate their little appetizer, you know. Of course, Candy cried a little bit, and that did something to little Kenya. And so they get back in the van. Candy telling them when y'all get to the house to go ahead and put your pajamas on, aka your dungeon wear. Okay, put your pajamas on. We got like 15 minutes, and then she get a text from Don Juan and said the package has arrived. Let me just ask this question. Y'all, my ladies that be going out here, y'all like male strippers? I think I asked this before. Y'all like male strippers? And please, I don't understand why they have to have the outfits that they have, okay? Like, it just looks so stupid. It looks so stupid. But if I was straight, the bird in me probably would have liked it. But I don't. Like, no. It looks so stupid. I have a problem with strippers, okay? I really don't. But the outfits. Anyway, that was the end of it. I knew they was going to do this until next week. Next week, I think it's supposed to be an hour and 30 minutes. They said it was supposed to be a supersized, girl. And like that time, we ain't got nothing to do anyway. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see you guys later. Peace.